All right, let's talk about the natural harmonic series in music, also known as the overtone series. I could read this and discuss this, but most of it is very sciencey, dealing with waves and partials and vibrations and everything. So I'm just going to skip over to how it affects us musically. So here we have the notes for the natural harmonic series in music. We're going to look at it from low to high. So we start in the bass clef. This is a low C. So this is going to be based around C. It can be based on any of the 12 notes that we use in music, depending on the size of the instrument or the string. So we have a low C here, then we go right up to an octave above it. So low C and a C above that. Then we go up to a G here, the 5th scale degree, C, D, E, F, G. Then we're going to cut back to another C. So far C, octave C, go up a 5th to G, and then go up a 4th to the C right there. Now, as you can see, the further up you go with the harmonic series, the intervals get smaller and smaller. So from middle C, we're going to go up to an E, 3rd scale degree, like do, re, mi. From E to G right here, so that's like do, mi, so. Do, mi, so, 1, 3, 5. After that, B flat, and then another C. So we'll stop there for now because I want to focus on just these. Now, one very important thing to remember about all of this, everything you see here, all of this stuff is science. It's objective. It is not based on anyone's particular interest of a certain style of music. It's not based on any of that. All of these notes, this series of notes is found naturally in the instruments. None of this stuff is based on what one person or a group of people say, oh, we're going to do this and then this and then this. No, this is all natural. This is all based in science. All right, let's look at this from an instrument point of view. This is a bugle. And as you probably can tell, this on the right is a trumpet. Now, can you tell the difference in the bugle and the trumpet? You probably figured it out, right? The bugle has no buttons, no valves. The trumpet does. All right, the bugle operates entirely on the natural harmonic series. Whenever you play a brass instrument like these, trombone, tuba, French horn, all of those, whenever you play it, you have to buzz your lips to play it. And depending on how you buzz your lips into the mouthpiece, you're going to get one of those notes in the natural harmonic series. That's how these instruments work, okay? It depends on how you blow. So, bugles, as you may know, have been very popular with the military going back many, many years. So the we got that one. We've also got the very slow one. The notes for those two songs are in that harmonic series. They're only using the harmonic series to play all those notes in those two songs. All the trumpet does is it takes the bugle and it adds these 3 buttons or valves, and it creates tubing, because the bigger the instrument, the lower the pitch is going to be. So the trumpet player blows and makes that note, that natural harmonic series note, whichever one he or she chooses to use. And then when you push these valves, it opens up these tubes to make that note lower, which is why you can get so many more notes out of the trumpet than the bugle. So they're both based on the natural harmonic series. You have to have that harmonic series in order to make these two work. And finally, let's talk about it with the guitar. This low string is in E, so we're going to base it around E instead of C like before. On the guitar, the 12th fret is where the regular octave is when you play it regularly. And that is also where the natural harmonic series octave is, that second note in the series. So instead of playing it regularly, we're going to touch the string with the finger, not push it down, just touch it. And since the actual middle fret is where the note is based off of, that's where we're going to touch it. We're not going to touch it above the wood like we would regularly. We're going to touch it above the fret toward the body of the guitar. That's where you're going to do it. And you have the octave. It's actually the same note as the regular 12th fret, but now it sounds a little bit different. You can do it with all the strings. It's really cool. Just make sure you do it above that metal piece. So where do you go from there? It may seem backwards, but the further you go this way, the higher the harmonic series notes are going to be. Sounds backwards, but that's how you do it. So you go to the 7th fret and you're going to do these above the metal and play it there. And that's that 5th above that octave. So we had C, C, G. This is going to be like E, E, B. Okay, so far we have a 12th fret and a 7th fret. 1, 5. All right, now we're gonna move over to the 5th fret. Same thing with the metal right there. So now we have the 12th, 7th, and 5th, and it creates an octave, a 5th, and an octave again. Pretty cool. You can experiment with how you pluck the notes. Sometimes it sounds a little bit different or maybe clearer when you get closer to the bridge. When you get closer to the bridge, you can experiment with that. Very cool. All right. After that 5th fret, you're going to go to the 4th fret. There's that 3rd. Do, re, mi. 1, 3, do, mi. Now, the 3rd fret. Not as easy to hear, but it's there. So, those are most of the ones I use. Sometimes I'll use the other ones. There's that flat 7th. That's the one that Mark Tremonti uses near the beginning of What If, a Creed song. He does the... When you look at what I just played down here, the 5th, the root, the 3rd, all of that can be used for that fast bugle song. And then the 5th one above that. All right, all of that, I'm using the same harmonic series as a bugler or a trumpet would do. If I just play it normally, I'm not using the harmonic series. When I do it here, I am using it, which is how a bugler or trumpet player plays it. The beginning of Roundabout by Yes has the little... That's harmonics. Lots of people use harmonics for different things. The beginning of Barracuda by Heart has the... But just make sure you do it above that fret, not above the wood, above the fret. Takes a little practice to get it right, but you can have a lot of fun doing different things with that. Hope you enjoyed this. Like and comment, let me know if you have any questions, if you like it, if you want to see more about this. I'm probably gonna make another video soon talking about right hand harmonics, artificial harmonics. Thanks for watching and subscribing.